Hi guys, it's Charlie Tango 1994. Doing a bit of a different thing today. Looking at my collection now of 80s handheld CBs. Doesn't need to include the lighter, let's just get that out of the way. So I don't know if you guys will have seen a previous update. Sadly today I've managed to blow up my standard home base rig. Standard mobile rig, sort of standard CB radio with a push-to-talk microphone, all of that stuff is out of commission. So I thought I'd kind of dust off my handhelds and see if there's a way that I can use these with the newer aerials that I bought last week, because I'm still keen to get out on the airways, even if I'm just kind of scanning the channels. So I thought I'd do a quick video of the handhelds and some of the bits and bobs that I've got. So in my introduction and on the forums, I've talked about the fact that probably about a year ago now, I spent very little money, just as a vague interest, really, more for me and the kids, as I say, to mess about with, and that's exactly what we've done with them. So I started life with these two handhelds, and they've been fun. One of the things about them, love them or hate them, is this is what technology looked like in the 80s. It's chunky. So the kids were a bit like, ooh, they're funny looking. But you know, anyone who's been around a while will remember that this is what stuff used to look like. Sorry, I'm just getting the old style antenna up. So let's just quickly start with this one. I think this one cost me about £8 over a year ago. Very, 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 very basic. Really doesn't come any more basic than this. Also had to do some work on it myself, because the battery compartment has been lost. Does work. Got the squelch on at the minute. We're not going to pick anything up, but it does power on, and does send and receive, to be fair to it. The thing about this, as I say, it's very, very simple. The microphone and the speaker are in the same place, and we've got a kind of, I wouldn't even call it automatic squelch. It's not really controllable. It's just on or off. And a lot of these kind of really cheap handhelds have a small number of channels. So this one goes channel 14 and channel 30. Something to say on that as well. Back in the 70s and 80s on FM, the calling channel was 14, not 19. 19 was the American calling channel that they used in the States, and that was, I think, also used on AM, but on FM, back when it started, when it was first legalized, 14 was the calling channel. So that's why it's 14 and not 19. And then obviously, if you were using this and you were talking to someone, you'd make your call on 14, you'd pick up the other person you wanted to talk to, and then request that they go to channel 30, and boom, you switch over and you're talking to each other on a different frequency. So as I say, me and the kids have messed about with them. Never got anybody else in, bar once, and it was actually the Maxcom. So I bought these two at the same time. This guy is a bit more interesting, and in the end I've gone back quite recently, only in the last couple of months. There was a pair of them for sale. I've got these, both of them, for about £15. I really do like this. I mean, in terms of weight and for a basic unit, it does the job. So let me talk you through why this particular model is quite interesting to me. Again, they're all working. big differences with these is that it's full 40 channel. I don't know if I can show you properly. There's no display. It's just you turn the dial to the particular channel you want, and they're numbered around the edge. This one I bought, the first one I bought, it came with the rubber duck aerial there, which wasn't standard actually. I'll talk some more about them in a minute, but let me just talk to you about this first of all. In terms of operation, the microphone, very, very small, is in there, inside the case. I'll take it out in a second. And then, as it says on the button, push to talk. So that's how you transmit. And the little TX light comes on, as you can see. And if there was anyone out there, you'd be picking them up and select the channels that you want, so on and so forth. Going back to the aerial, yeah, this came with a rubber duck. Now, the later ones that I bought, I only got a part kit, but there was a telescopic antenna, and it does, if you want it to, screw in there. I'll tell you a little bit about that in a minute. But the original kit, it actually came in a case, and you got a mag mount, and then this antenna would fit on your mag mount, and that definitely would be a better way of getting a signal. But you do then have the alternative of putting it onto the handheld itself and then using that just as a handheld with the telescopic antenna. Now, I hit an issue, and it was actually one of the other ones that I had a problem with. You can see that I'm missing a bit on top compared to that one. It's floating around actually, I just had it. Now, the reason for that is that I took the rubber duck off that I was using on one of these, screwed this in, as you just saw me do on that one. As I've undone it, it actually took the top piece, which is around here somewhere. I can't see it now. It took that top piece off. Now, one of these I've opened up to try and fix, and all it was is that there's a nut underneath that holds this in, and that all came away. So, you know, I need to get this fixed, and this is what I want to do. This is what I'm planning to do this morning. The other thing that I've found with these, and it does interest me, this was the original one. Now, I've never had much success with it, but what I found when I got the others, obviously with these two, I have done, we've spoken to each other. Channel 14 on this doesn't pick up. So if I try transmitting to this one, whilst I'm on 1.4, it doesn't come out, but it does work on channel 30. What I've discovered is that basically it's out of tune. Even though it says it's on channel 19, it's been knocked out, probably because it's 30 years old and these things happen. From what I know about kind of rig doctors and stuff, I'm pretty sure it can be tuned up, certainly outside of my particular field of expertise, and I wouldn't have the equipment to do it, to be honest, because it cost me £7. I'm not going to spend money getting it sorted out. But it was only when I got one of the other ones that I realised that probably partly a reason for never picking anyone up. Anyway, I've now ended up with 3 of them, and it's given me some ideas about some other stuff as well. So where we've talked about the rubber duck aerial, that just slots on top. What you can also do is, I've got this adapter which accepts a PL295. That will just slot over the top of that. Right, now I've got it nearby somewhere, just a sec. What I can now do is connect any PL295 aerial, be it the the mobile aerial on the car or the home base aerial here, that will just, it's a bit tight and I can't do it one-handed, but it will go on there. That would mean that I can get out a lot further and be picking stuff up with the home base aerial a lot easier using this adapter. Now, as I said, this isn't tuned up properly, so what I need to do is take this off, or there's another one floating around, but Lord only knows what's happening. Sorry guys, bit of an abrupt change there. In the course of filming, I ran out of memory, so there was a good section of what I was saying that has gone missing or didn't get recorded. So I've had to clear some space off my phone, and I'm back again. So I just wanted to quickly finish up. So what I've done, I've taken it out of the case. I was saying just before we ran out of film, ran out of space, that I've got this adapter which I'm going to use one of these mobiles or one of these handhelds to connect to my bigger aerials. I do still plan to get out, see if I can hear anything and maybe make contact. I'm not looking to use this permanently, but until I get a replacement, I'm just going to see what I can do. The other thing that I wanted to say about these Maxcom CBs is about the case. Now, what interests me about these is they are actually a mobile battery pack, so very useful for obviously powering a CB when you're out and about. So this is what I'm going to try and do. I got the idea, and I'm sure people have thought about this before, and there's other alternatives out there, but got the idea from the videos of the Midland Porter Pack, which has got a kind of leather sleeve that goes around the actual rig itself, and powers it. So one of the reasons for leaving the cables bare in the other videos that I've shot is that I was going to chop this off at some stage in the future and use the batteries or this battery case to power the CB when I'm out and about, and I do plan to do that. So I'm going to spend some time kind of chopping this up and probably adding bits to it so that I can wrap this whole thing around my proper rig when I'm out mobile or whatever. The other thing is, as a lightweight setup, I mean, I know they're not brilliant radios in terms of, you know, the microphone's a bit diddy and all that sort of stuff, but if I am going to climb up a mountain and these do work well, then why not just take one of these, you know, a portable antenna like a bazooka and a roach pole or something, and get up there, see what we see. Certainly going to be easier than carrying, you know, great big batteries and all the rest of it. It's all part of learning. I'm sure there'll be more things to learn as we go through about what's going to be a suitable setup and stuff. But there we are. There's a quick run through of my mobile setup and handhelds, and what I plan to do with them now that I'm without a proper rig. So back to you soon with an update on how these handhelds have worked out. Cheers.